Hello everyone and welcome to the Honda S800 update number 15. Super excited. In this video, we're going to be working with the door handle, the locking mechanism, and hopefully by the time we're done, we'll be able to open the door from the outside and the inside. Now real quickly, we want to show you this door handle because we talked about it in the earlier videos, but before we install it, I want to show you the quick comparison between the powder coating chrome and a chrome on the locking mechanism. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So here is our door handle, and I think it actually looks really nice. Now remember, if you'd want to re-chrome this would be a couple $100 just for the handle itself, which is crazy. But this is the difference. This is the chrome, and this is what you would call like an aluminum, right? Or a polished aluminum. So essentially, this locking mechanism comes out. Now I do want to make a quick note here. Whenever we had it powder coated, the locking mechanism really didn't want to go inside there. And the reason why is because it's a tight tolerance right here. So what I did is I just sanded it down and I sanded it down until finally the locking mechanism moved freely. So that's just one note I wanted to make sure I told you guys. Now I did look at the parts catalog, and essentially there's a double-sided threaded bolt that goes on this side and then a screw on this other side. But essentially what I did is I put together what I could out of the hardware that I have. And not only that, I don't have any of the gaskets, but what I did is I also put together just some universal gaskets so it's not going to be metal on the door frame, and then we keep a separation between those two. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install this door handle and then put everything together and see if it'll work. Now the keys that I have, they don't work for anything. So this, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to open the door. I'm not sure if this is in the lock position or in the closed position. I haven't really understood how that works from this way, but we have some good news about the locking stuff that we'll talk about after we do this installation. Now I've played with this off camera. We did chip some paint here, and but that's okay because when we put the handle in there, you can't see that. So let's go ahead and put the first screw in. And what I like about it over here on this door, finally, the engineers actually thought about this. They did some cutouts so you could actually put a tool and get to the area that you need to lock down on. So I like that, lock down on. There you need to put the screw in. So I'm going to go ahead and start the first screw. All right, got the first one in. Let me get the second one. And I do have little lock washers on these so they don't move around. And I'm going to reach over. And if you look right here, you can see where the screw's at. I'm screwing it in and it's bringing it. And our little makeshift gasket is working well as a little buffer. All right, I'm not gonna tighten them all the way down. They are tightened to the point where I would leave them alone, but in case we have to remove them, we don't wanna have to overdo it. All right. So the door handle is on. Now I'm going to slide this little key cylinder in there. I'm going to see if I give you guys some light real quick. Let me get you some light. All right. So if you see inside there, the cylinder is inside here. That's where I put it in, right there. And at this point in time, like the last video, what we did is we put the locking mechanism in, but we needed to put the door handle first before we put the locking mechanism. Now we're going to put the locking mechanism on. Okay, so the locking mechanism is on. Let's go ahead and shut the door. And that shuts. But let's see if it opens up when I press the button. Oh man. Look at that, guys. It opens up. That's pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to be attaching the bar that connects to the door handle inside. So when you pull the door handle, the door opens. And it's got this funky clip, but after looking at it after a while, I think I know how it works. So we're going to go ahead and put this part in first. And then I have to, I don't know if you guys could see, but essentially I have to, it's It's a little tricky, even for me. I could only imagine with Elise trying to do it with the camera. But let me get a flathead. Almost there. It's on there. Do you guys see that? Here, let me point at it with my screwdriver. Right there. And that's what holds that there. Okay, so now we're gonna see if we could open up the door from the inside. So I have a door handle. I polished it up, looks pretty good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna connect it right here. And then the door is closed, and let's see. I don't know if it's up or down. I never opened it. So it's not up, down. Oh, it's down, look at that. All right, let's try it again. Look at that, guys. It opens up. Is that cool or what? Okay, so here is our door panel, and it's actually in really good shape. I cleaned it multiple times. I even put the shoe polish that I did on the NSX on it here today. But here's a funky thing. This doesn't belong to this car because look at that. There's yellow on the bottom, and there's yellow here, but I'm actually gonna just paint this because so you don't see it when you open it. But I'm gonna need your help, guys. If you know where I could get these clips, or if you have some extra ones, let me know and I'll buy them from you. But essentially, I know that there's some clips that go on here that they clip onto the door down here. So what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I'm just gonna go ahead and put this door card, which that's the official name of it, put it here as a placeholder, and then we're gonna lock it down. And again, this is just as a placeholder for till we get those clips. Let me see. Did I not? There we go. And then, ooh, whoops. Well, we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it like this. Okay, so let's talk about locks and locking mechanisms. So Elise could have told you about this better than I could have, but we're just going to summarize it real quickly. So essentially, Elise went on a research to find out who could essentially find a key or essentially rekey the locks in here so we could use them. So when I got the car, this is the fuel cap, by the way, and I found how to open it up without the key from the inside. But essentially, we don't have a key for this. But there's people who could actually make a key for something that you lose the keys for. And I don't know if that's rekeying or relocking, or I'm not sure what the proper terminology is. But we're going to send this off to a gentleman, and he's going to go ahead and find us some blanks and then essentially make keys so we could use these locks and be able to put them on the car. So this is the fuel cap, and I think this is the trunk. So we're definitely looking forward to those keys. So this is the fuel neck hose. So this is where the fuel assembly talks about that we were just talking about, the little lock mechanism. And this is where you put, you know, the gas in. But this part right here, I try to use it, guys, and I can't because it is hard as a rock, and I just can't put it on the fuel tank assembly. So if you guys know where I could source one of these, let me know. That would be a lot of help, but we definitely want to put this bad boy on. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Again, if you want to help support the S800, essentially we would put your name on a little plaque and put it on the hood. Hey, that would help us and get this project going quicker. I know that you guys out there are like, come on, man, but hey, we're trying to make this build go faster, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot. You guys take care. Happy holidays, and we will see you soon.